Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Cush, and if you're new here, I do lifestyle healthy videos, eco living, and right now a series on having twins. I thought I would do this fun video because I found a lot of this stuff on other people's blogs. 5 signs that you're having twins. Just a disclaimer, these are not scientifically proven. While they tend to be more common with people who have twins, I just thought it was fun because I saw a lot of other twin bloggers, YouTubers talk about their symptoms, and even read some blogs on like signs you're having twins, and they were actually pretty accurate to like what I had gone through. So I thought it was a fun little video to do. Just to be sure that everybody understands, the only way to really find out if you are truly having twins is to have them or to see them in an ultrasound and actually see 2 babies. So these are not guarantees you're having twins. I just thought it was a fun video because other people had done it and our symptoms were very, very similar. So on the signs you are having twins and also other twin blogs, I recognize that some people have twins and never experience a single symptom that's different. Another thing that I found was that people who had twins as their second or third kids said that these symptoms were either exaggerated or way worse than when they just had one baby. These are our first babies, so you know, I'm just going off what I know so far. That kind of lined up with what other people said. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you had twins or had any of these symptoms and didn't have twins. I always think it's fun to see how like everybody else's pregnancy is going. And so let's get started. So the number one thing was that people said the first sign that they knew they were having twins was they had an immediate positive result on their pregnancy test. I took a early pregnancy test 5 days, I think, before what it would have been my missed period because I was kind of feeling weird. And you're supposed to pee on it and then wait 2 minutes, I think, and then go back for the results. But as soon as I peed on the stick, within a few seconds, a second line appeared. It was literally instantaneous. I was like, wait, do I still have to wait? And I know with early pregnancy tests, sometimes they say like the line can be faint, or there's still like a 50 to 70% chance, depending on what day you take it in, of accuracy. So for it to just be immediately positive and pink, I was really like, that second line, I was like, oh wow. Of course, just also a reminder is we had no idea we were having twins until our ultrasound as well. The second sign that I was having twins was extended implantation pain. And it was just like cramping. My doctor said I would get it for a couple days. I had it really bad for a couple days. It lightened a little, and then I had it kind of revved back up again. And so they say a lot of times it's because the eggs don't implant on the same day, or they can implant on different days if they are 2 different eggs that dropped. So potentially my extended cramping could have been a sign of the twins. I thought that was kind of cool because I actually was kind of worried about it at first. I was like, why is this lasting so long? And then after we found out we were having twins and I was reading other twin blogs, I did notice that that was something that other moms who had twins had gone through. The third sign was extreme breast tenderness. And this wasn't just like, sometimes my breasts get tender before my period. A lot of people have that with PMS, just sore, you don't want to bump into them. This was a whole other level of pain that I have never felt. For 4 weeks, I slept in a sports bra or a soft, like padded bra, because just rolling over from one side to the other would cause such pain. Like I would be rolling over in my sleep and it would jolt me awake out of my sleep. So I did notice other people had complained that while they were normally getting tender breasts, they hurt so bad that, I mean, it hurt to have a shirt on. And while that only lasted about 4 weeks, I still had very tender chest. It wasn't to that extreme. I thought that was kind of crazy. I didn't think it would ever get that bad. I knew that it would get tender, but I mean, wearing a sports bra out of bed, like I never dreamed of it. The fourth sign that people say that you could be having twins is extreme fatigue. And of course, this is different for everybody, like how tired you feel depends on how much energy you normally have. I'm a very go, go, go person. I like to work out. I like to do Zumba. I was doing yoga. And I was finding that like I was struggling to get out of bed. Like I like to get up, get my day started. I felt sluggish and it happened pretty quick. I would say within like 2 weeks of finding out I was pregnant. So I was only about 5 or 6 weeks pregnant at that point. I was struggling to get out of bed. I felt like I was falling asleep like mid-morning, mid-afternoon. I was falling asleep at 7 at night. I usually go to bed around 9:30 or 10. I would fall asleep at 7, wake up at 6 in the morning, getting 11 hours of sleep, and still feel like dog tired. So I have fatigue sometimes again around my period, PMS, but this was just something else I had never like felt. Like I felt almost like flu-like symptoms without like the fever, but of course with the nausea and stuff, but the tiredness, like the all over body tiredness, it wasn't achy, but I was just extremely tired. Other twin moms had said like their twin pregnancy was like exhausting right from the beginning. So I thought that was I thought like, man, I'm not able to hack this. And then I just realized that might just be a symptom of the exaggerated hormones that you get with a twin pregnancy. So while I have a lot more energy now and I'm super thankful, I kind of felt like I had walking pneumonia. I had that in college for several weeks. It was awful and I felt like a little zombie, and that's kind of how I felt in the beginning. So now that I have a little more energy, I'm super happy. The fifth and final sign that you could be having twins, you may be having twins if your morning sickness starts right away. And that is just because typically there is like a average amount of hormone that your body goes through week by week that kind of bell curves up and then comes back down throughout the pregnancy. I don't want to say it comes back down, but kind of levels out more like it. And this was extremely true for me. This was the most exaggerated symptom I had. I began dry heaving, smell aversion, throwing up at about 5 weeks, 5.5, 6 weeks. And a lot of people said, oh, you'll probably see it like 8 weeks through the end of the trimester. Mine started almost instantly and then went all the way into my 15th or 16th week. I've had a couple days where I felt like super nauseous randomly for a couple hours since then, but for the most part, in the beginning, it was every day, all day. Get out of bed, dry heave, eat crackers in bed, pull over from motion sickness, smelling anything cooking, even like someone rewarming up rice made me like super sick. So I thought that was kind of like unique. At first I was like, man, again, maybe I just can't hack it. Like maybe I'm not one of those people who's like good, like beautiful and like glowing in pregnancy. But then I look back and I think, well, maybe my hormone levels were just like out of control a little bit earlier. And that's why it set in earlier, because they were 2 babies. So I found it really fun and interesting. If you are going through any of these symptoms, or you experience them with just one kid, or you're the lucky person who had twins without any symptoms. I've actually heard people say they didn't have any morning sickness with their twins, and wow, that's amazing. Leave me a comment below. And of course, if you like this video, we'll be making more in our twin series as I go through my pregnancy, birth, and raising twins. So our life as it changes, I'm really, really excited. And thank you guys for tuning back in. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the twin updates that we're gonna do. And of course, give this video a like if you want to see more on the updates on the pregnancy. Bye guys.